friends, so I crocheted something today and I did a pretty bad job at filming it. I'm so sorry about this, but I do think it turned out absolutely amazing and I have to show it. And I do think that hopefully the way that I describe it, it will turn out okay. But some of it was filmed and those items I will post at the end of me talking about it. So I got a really cute kitchen towel from Aldi and I loved it. And it has a strawberry on it and it says, "You're my jam." And I wanted to crochet a topper to it. But a lot of the toppers are very dated. You know, they have the triangle, the long strip, and they have a button. I didn't want to put anything with a button on it because it is dated. I decided that I would chain embroidery on the top of the towel. So where the line goes across it, you kind of see how it's already folded. I went straight across this and I did an embroidery chain and I did it 14 times, okay? Now that part, I have never made a video for it. I did film that part, so I will post that at the very end, okay? Inside the embroidery chain, inside each one, I did 2 single crochets, and I just did a row of 28 single crochets just to flatten it, to get it nice and good. Then all I did after that was the lemon stitch, okay? I did the lemon stitch this far. This is 6 inches of the lemon stitch. Okay, and a lemon stitch, which I have made a video for it before, starts in a single crochet and it ends in a double crochet. You always need to make sure it starts in a single and ends in a double. I know I repeated that, but I really want to sink that in. Start with a single crochet, end in a double crochet, okay? We do not chain in between each row. We do not need those chains. As you can tell, my lines are very, very straight, and I do not chain between them. I did 6 inches of that. Okay, then I needed to make like a big giant, almost like a buttonhole, right? But a much bigger one. So what I did is I did 6 of the lemon stitches. So single, double, single, double, single, double, 6 of them. And then I did 16 chains all the way across. And then I went over here and then I did 6 more stitches of the lemon and it was single, double, single, double, single, double. That's easy. Then I flipped my work and I just went straight back up, just like I was doing all of this. So when I got to this big giant hole here, that is when I went into the chains and I did the single, double all the way across. Okay, so up on this top part, that is 1.5 inches. Okay. Wanted to show you what that looks like. Now, I used this. You can see how old this is. Look at that label. This was brand new, so it was completely filled. That's how much I had left. Okay, that's what was used on that. I used I don't even know, 4.5 millimeter hook. Okay, that's a clover hook. That's what I used to do it. Now I'm going to show a video of what it looks like on. And there it is. It looks absolutely perfect. There is no button on it. It slides around perfectly fine. It will not fall off. Guys, I absolutely love it. Okay, so when you get a dish towel, if it's brand new, the creases have already been creased for you because of the packaging. You really don't need to readjust it or anything like that. I'm going to make spaces every 1/2 inch all the way up. Make sure when you do dot it, to dot it on the very tippy top. This way it won't be on the side. You don't want it on the side. You want it on the very, very tippy top. If I were you, I would also, if you do use a Sharpie, make sure it's kind of a light Sharpie and make sure you don't push down super duper hard so that the ink doesn't spread. And you need to find your very first dot, and there it is. One thing that I'm going to do is try to hide that very first stitch inside of the vest. I'm going to find that very first dot, and it is right there. Okay, so poke your needle through and pull it all the way through. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make a chain, an embroidery chain, and we're going to make it go all the way across through all of these dots. Make sure you go through both layers of your towel. This is very important so that doesn't, end of it doesn't fall back out. So we've already came up from this side, right? Our yarn is completely connected. We're going to take our needle and we're going to go back in, and we're going to go through the same knot. But when we go back in, it's going to go through both layers, right? You want to make sure to go through both layers. So we're going to pull this out, and sometimes it's a little tricky, so just to forewarn you on that, use those muscles. When you're pulling it, you're going to have your tail and you're going to have the loop, right? Make sure your loop stays on the top. I'm going to take my needle, I'm going to go back over, and I'm going to find that next dot, and I'm going to poke the needle through it, if I can do it. I'm going to go straight across it, and I'm going to pull it straight up. When I do it like that, you're going to make your very first chain. Okay, easy enough, right? So you're going to pull your yarn up, you're going to go back inside the exact same hole that you just did, and you're going to go straight down, and you're going to make sure that you go through all the layers again. Okay, so when you do that, then you pull it down. Then when your needle is free, then you need to make sure you stab, that's right, I said stab. You need to stab the next hole, okay? Poke it through and pull it up. And you're going in between that circle. Do you see how that's going? And then all of a sudden that circle is getting smaller, right? Do you see that? Okay, so we're gonna do it again. So let's lift it up. We're gonna go back through, and we're gonna go make sure we go through all the layers. There you go. And we're gonna pull it down. Make sure you don't go completely all the way through. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your stitch, and you're gonna put the needle and you're gonna go back through that next dot. You're gonna put the loop around your needle if it wasn't already there. Push it, grab it, and pull it up. And then doop. Now, if it is easier for you to straighten this out, by golly, you do that. Once you get to the very end, just put your needle, go straight down, and pull it through. And then we will tie it into a knot. Okay, I sure hope the way that I described all that and the extra video, or the only video, that I made of the embroidery chain helps out. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.